Hey guys, it's Allison and I'm still in New Orleans. I'm still loving it here, but I wanted to create a video because something that's been coming to me, and it's been a theme, a reoccurring theme that's been happening. And being in New Orleans at the Coach Summit has really, when you're doing tons of personal development and learning from people and connecting with people, you just start to understand the landscape of things. And I don't want to say I'm like always thinking about success or anything like that, but I'm very intrigued and curious why we have certain people who are very successful and we have other people who are not. And I always think about that. And I go back to a conversation I had with my dad years ago. And then he said it again in a conference. My dad was speaking at a conference and he said it again. And then I started even going back further and talking to my mom, who also talked a lot about this. Hey, Nicole. There's, at the end of the day, it's like we have people who are very successful and we have people who are not reaching their potential. I won't say unsuccessful because that's not fair. But I think there are people who are going after it and really achieving the success and the goals, and then you have people who just aren't. And I'm always interested about that. And I really think that at the end of the day, we could say that it's your habits. We could say that it's, your circumstances. We can say that you went to a good school. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons and ways we can justify why someone is successful or why someone isn't successful. But at the end of the day, I've had to learn that I have to fall on my sword for something. And when it comes to what's the shift in my life and what's the shift that I want to share with other people, hey Jada, for other people who, how to get there. So in my opinion, it's your belief. And it's not necessarily your belief in yourself, because that's something that you're always going to have to work on. Unfortunately, even the most successful people, even the people who are at the top of their game, they still struggle with that, whether they admit it or not. And it can come in many different forms, but we're always going to question if we're good enough. We're always going to have at least something in the back of our mind that's like, I don't know, But I want to take it a step a little bit different. And it's not necessarily the belief in ourselves, because you'll get confidence and you'll start to go. But I think there's belief in the process. And I think that's where a lot of people struggle. And it prevents them from moving forward. Your belief in what the process will be and will feel like will determine if you're going to be motivated or not, if you're going to go out there and do it or make it happen. Case in point, I am training for a half marathon, and up until, I told myself I'm a sprinter. I've always been a sprinter. I've sprinted my entire life. I'm a short distance runner. I don't do long distance. I remember once our track coach put us on a bus and drove us like 4 miles away and said, run back. And I literally was like, I'm not getting off this bus. There's no way I'm running 4 miles. And I remember like putting this hissy fit and like freaking out. And it was because I convinced myself that my belief about the process, that 4 miles, my belief about what was going to happen in that 4 miles prevented me from taking the first step. And I think that's where a lot of us fall, is that we will create in our minds and we will determine what the process will be and what it will look like. And for me, training for this half marathon, I remember always saying, oh, I'm not a runner, it's going to suck, it's going to be horrible, and blah, 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 blah. And I would go on and on and on about the process of running long distance. And that belief kept me from doing it, ever. I never did it because I'm like, I don't want to do it, it's hard. But when I changed my belief, when my friend Joseph said, hey, I need someone to take my bib for the marathon, I was like, sure, whatever, I'll do it. That was a crazy moment. I must have been sleeping or something was off. But at that moment, I had to say, okay, it's not going to be that bad. It can't be that bad. Why can't it be that bad? Because there are thousands and hundreds and thousands of people who run marathons all the time. So if it was that bad, then no one would be running marathons and we wouldn't have people running marathons. It's the same thing my mom felt about pregnancy and birth. She was like, if pregnancy and giving birth was that bad, then people wouldn't have multiple children. Now, luckily, my mom only had me because I think I was too much of a handful for her. But she went through the process and got pregnant and gave birth. So she, in her mind, my mom had already said, you know what? I know it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be some tough moments, but if it was that bad, if the process was that bad, people wouldn't keep having babies. And if the process to training for a marathon was that bad, there wouldn't be a whole industry built on marathon running, training, shoes, clothes, nutrition, all built around marathon running. And so I think what the issue is, and one part is, it's our mindset around the process. And I'm not telling you have to enjoy the process. I'm not even telling you that you're gonna love the process. But what I am gonna tell you is that if your belief around that process prevents you from going forward and keeps you to procrastinating and not taking action, then you are going to always be stuck. You will not reach your full potential because you've created in your mind a barrier to entry for your own success because of your mindset around the process. So it doesn't even matter what your belief is around you, because, perfect example, my fundamental belief about myself is that whatever I put my mind to, I will do it. Period. I know that without a shadow of a doubt, anything that I put my mind to, I will accomplish it. So my belief and my ability to be successful in something is strong. However, I will say, perfect. See, Candace, you just said it. Having a baby is bad, but it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing and it's worth it. It's just like running or anything else. Exactly. That's it. Like, yes, Candace, Shay, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to shout Shay out real quick because she has blown my mind over this past few weeks. She is this rock star PR executive. She has her own PR company, and she reached out to me a while ago and she said, you know what, things in my business are about to take off and I'm going to another level. And when you up level your life, whether it's in, your finances, your professional career, your relationships, then it requires you to elevate your energy, and you need to show up at a different level. And she reached out to me and I put her in my clean eating challenge group. From there, she said, you know what, let's take it up a notch. And she's doing now the 21-day fix. And every time I see her post about her workouts and post what she's eating and all this stuff, it's just like, yes, that's it. Because Shay's known me for years. She's known me for years. We've been through a lot. We've been business partners. We've done a lot of things. So she knows what I'm about. But it came to a point where she had to realize that the process wasn't going to be easy. It wasn't going to be amazing all the time, but it was necessary. The process was necessary. So her belief around the process wasn't about an emotional thing. It was a fact. It's necessary for me to get to this point in my life where everything, I want to be at the top of my game in every area of my life. So she let her excuses go to the wayside and she moved it up. So it's the same thing about that process, you guys. And I want you to understand that if you can change your belief around the process, and again, I'm not going to jade you and tell you it's going to be awesome and easy, but I'm telling you it's necessary. And that's where the divide happens, of people who are successful and people who aren't reaching their full potential. Okay, it's that right there, because if you can change that number, if you can just change that, you will at least start the process. You will at least start moving forward on what you're doing. You will at least change your habits. You will at least change your actions. And if you do that over and over again, eventually it will lead to you reaching that goal or hitting that success. But it all starts with your belief. And as your belief in the process changes, your belief in yourself changes. And when your belief in yourself changes and the belief in yourself is elevated, there's nothing you can't do. I mean, it's impossible for you not to be successful. When you have the belief in the process and belief in yourself, that's when the magic happens. That's when it goes. That's when it changes. And I'm encouraging you today to think about one area in your life where you are struggling. What's one area where you're like, if I could just change this thing in my life would be significantly better, or my situation could improve, or things would be significantly different. Figure out whatever it is and then ask yourself, why am I not there? Why have I not done the thing to do? Because another fact for most people, we all know what to do. We all know what it takes to reach that goal, but we don't do it. We don't do it. So you can know all you want. People know to get healthy, stop eating junk food and replace junk food with healthy food. We know that. That's not the issue here that we're in. That's not the epidemic that we're falling into. The epidemic is that we are not taking action. And we need to really get real with ourselves and ask ourselves, why? Why aren't we taking action? And it starts with, and I believe it starts with your belief about the process. You've convinced yourself that the process is going to be this, whatever it is. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even true. And so use this time to be real with yourself and to figure out what you need to do to move through that process. Because my new thing now, it's like, you know what? Don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me. Show me with your results. Show me with the facts. Show me with the pen on the needle or the needle moving. Show me with that. Show yourself that. Prove it to yourself. But if you just keep talking about what you're going to do, yes, Candace, that's it. The fear of the process. Don't be afraid of the process. If I was afraid of the process, I wouldn't be able to say that I can easily run 6 miles and not even think about it. When I could even run 8 minutes without thinking, I'm dying, my heart hurts, everything's breaking, my knees are falling apart, oh my gosh, am I dead yet? I think I just died. Like, that used to be me running. And now I can easily wake up and go and run for 6 miles and not even think about it and be on with my day. Not even really sore. So the fear of the process is just perception. We're perceiving what it's going to be. You have no clue what the process looks like because you haven't done it. So how can you sit there and convince yourself and create a belief around a process that you haven't even done? And 9 times out of 10, the process isn't even that bad. And if it is that bad, guess what? You did it. It's done. And then you can say, I'll never do that again. That was horrible. Or you could say, you know what? I like it. I'm going to keep going. I want to now take it to the next level. It doesn't matter what happens after that. It matters that you just start and that you just do. And you have to stop letting your belief and your fears around the process keep you from doing what you were meant to do. A lot of you guys right now, myself included, we have so much potential and so much greatness and so much opportunity available to us. And we are letting our fear of the process and our disbelief that we can do it keep us stuck. And I don't know about you, but life is short. And I know that I was built and I was born for a purpose and a reason. And I still don't quite know what that is yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. And maybe I'll never figure it out. But I refuse. I refuse to let my belief in a process and my fear of the process, and which really means fear of work, fear of actually doing it, fear of action, fear of actually getting our hands dirty and rolling up our sleeves and just doing the work. It's that fear. It's that fear that's keeping us stuck. I don't have time to waste. I know that I was built to impact the lives of other people, and so were you. And every moment that you're sitting there just thinking and procrastinating or just like saying, I don't want to do it, it's going to be tough, change your mindset, change your belief. And say, you know what? This isn't going to be great, but I was built and I was born to do hard things. I was born to be a victor in life. I was born to make an impact. And this is just one thing that if I can overcome it, it's going to move me that much closer to my goals, that much closer to my fullest potential, and that much closer to living out a life full of impact. Because that's the end game, guys. So hopefully this is something that has blessed you, because this whole thought process came to me when I was running this morning. And then someone posted something on Instagram and I was like, that was confirmation. So I knew that I had to hop on and share this with you guys. But you know, I want to hear from you. I want to know, what do you need help with? What is holding you back? What are things that you're struggling with? Because I'm really understanding now that the best way that I can help you and the best way I can help others is to really understand where we're struggling and really create things that are going to help you to move forward and push through so you can live and reach your ultimate potential. So if you have questions, if you have insights, if you just want to talk through something, if you just want whatever, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm a coach. That's why I do what I do. It's not just to create these Facebook Lives and for you to listen and then go on your day. I want you to listen to what I'm saying and apply it, because that's what I have to do. When I hear these things from other people and from my mentors and from what my readings and my things, I have to do that too, and I have to apply it. And you know, that's what it's about. So moral of the story is, Change your belief and your mindset around the process. Get comfortable with the process. I'm not telling you to like it. I'm not telling you to love it, but I'm telling you to know that it's necessary, and it means that you have to actually work and do the work and make it happen. So don't let your fears hold you back, because you have a lot of things to do in this life. You have a lot of potential. You've only scratched the surface. It is time for you to rise up, elevate yourself, up-level yourself, upgrade your life, upgrade your potential, and do what needs to be done, because the world is counting on you. There are people waiting on you, and your goals are waiting on you to be accomplished. So happy, what day is it today? Wednesday? Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. Happy day, whatever it is today. I'm about to sign off and go get some food in New Orleans because the rain has finally stopped and I'm hungry. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Comment below with any questions, share with anyone that might want to hear about this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.